If I could teach my 14-year-old daughter one thing before she becomes an adult, it wouldn't be about success, confidence, or even resilience. It would be this: most people are not paying attention nearly as much as you think they are. And I was reminded of that while teaching her how to drive. No, this isn't a story about how we were cut off or hit by another car, thankfully. But in Iowa, kids can start driving at 14. Yep, you heard that right. 14. So I finally got up to the nerve to take her on the freeway. Nothing crazy. I walked her through it from the first time, me in the driver's seat and her paying attention. Get on, get off at the next exit. Then it was her time. We were going to switch places. I suggested pulling over in a gas station, and that is when things shifted. Not because she didn't want us to drive. Oh no. It was because she was wearing flannel PJ pants, and anyone, might see her. Suddenly, driving was not the problem anymore. There was absolutely no way she was getting out of the car. Finally, I agreed to pull over in a less crowded area. But even that wasn't enough. It wasn't even, what if my friends see me? It was, what if anyone sees me? She even wanted to climb over the seat, to which I said, no, sorry. I asked her what she really thought was going to happen, to which she had no answer. I told her most people are not paying that much attention anyways. They're going on about their busy lives. Still, it didn't matter. She was so embarrassed. As I sat there watching her, I realized I remember exactly what that felt like. Not the pajama pants, but that feeling that everyone was watching. That somehow the entire world would notice one embarrassing thing and never let it go. Looking back now, I've spent years making decisions based on what I imagined other people might think. One of the biggest surprises of adulthood is realizing that most people are busy thinking about themselves. They're worried about their own mistakes, their own appearances, their own insecurities, and their own problems, going on about their lives, not thinking about you. They're not spending nearly as much time analyzing everything that you do. That doesn't mean judgment doesn't exist, because we know, of course it does. But I think a lot of us give power to an audience that isn't paying that much attention anyways. Most people don't know your day-to-day, your journey. They see what they want to see. So eventually, she got out of the car and bolted to the other side. Nobody stared. Nobody stopped. Nobody cared. The world kept moving exactly as it had before. I don't know if the lesson landed that day. I'm going to guess not. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it'll show up years from now when she's about to do something scary and decides not to let other people's opinions make the decision for her. I just hope she learns it earlier than I did. Because some of the best things in my life happened when I finally stopped adjusting myself for an audience that wasn't really paying attention anyways. If you have ever stopped yourself from doing something because you were worried what other people might think, I'd love to hear about it.